Hey guys, welcome to Brit Indians. I'm Joshua. So in this video, we're going to look about the new changes that's been implemented last week. So it's mainly for the student visas. So students can't bring their dependents from January 2024. So it's a news that's been going viral everywhere. And there has been a lot of people messaging me about is it going to affect the people who are already here or the people who are going to come in October intake. So I'm going to cover everything in detail about this change in this video. So without any delay, let's get into the video. Before moving on to the video, I'd like to thank UniAcco for sponsoring this video. UniAcco is a student accommodation provider in the UK and also in 10 more countries. They're headquartered in India with a strong presence in UK, Australia, US and beyond. UniAcco has a track record of guaranteeing that students find their perfect home. Their properties are located in student-friendly cities, close to prestigious universities, which makes students' lives easier. They have around 1 million users. They have a wide range of room options, varying from studio, ensuite, non-ensuite, twin studio, etc. They have a very good rating and review from their former students. You can click the link in the description, which will take you to the page where you can choose the country in which you want to find the student accommodation, and you can select the city where you want to find an accommodation, and then you can choose your universities, or you can type whichever universities you want, and then you can select your move-in date, and then you can select the number of weeks you want the accommodation, and then you can select your budget, and then you can select whichever room you want. You can type your name in, and then your email address, your phone number and your preferred time slot. So within next 1 to 2 hours, you will receive a WhatsApp message or an email from an expert who will help you throughout the process of finding a good accommodation in the city where you want to live in. They will help you compare across different properties and choose the best one for you. If you're looking out for student accommodation in any of these countries, then do check out UniAcco. So 2 days back, government has announced a new change for the student visas. They said that the students can't bring their dependents to the UK if they are not coming for a research oriented course. So what does that mean? Firstly, it means that the students who are going to come in January 2024, so the people who are going to come for January 2024 intake, they cannot bring their dependents with them. So if you're coming for a master's course, usually you can bring your dependents for the past years, but now from January 2024, if you're coming to the UK and if you're going to do a MS degree in the UK or MBA in the UK, then you cannot bring your dependents with you. But if you're going to do a research oriented postgraduate degree, which is a PhD, then you can bring your dependents with you. So if you're not going to do a PhD, and if you're gonna just do a master of science or master of MBA, then you cannot bring dependents with you. So that's the major change that's gonna come from January 2024 intake. So this is not gonna affect anyone who are currently in the UK or who are gonna come for the July intake or October intake. It's not gonna affect you guys. So it's only gonna affect the people who are going to come in from January 2024. So from January 2024, if you're coming in January 2024 or October 2024 or July 2024 or 2025 and afterwards, you cannot bring your dependents with you. The main reason for this change is because in the last 2 years, there has been more than 100,000 of dependents in the UK. Though that's the main reason, because increase in students number, there has been a multiple number of dependent visas being given to the student dependents. So, and also there has been a lot of jobs that has been taken by the student dependents. So the government wants to restrict this. So they are bringing up this new plan, and it's implemented from January 2024 onwards. So you may have a question that what if I'm going to a PSW after my studies, can I bring my dependents? So if people who are coming in January 2024, if you're going to finish your course, maybe in January 2025, you will go to a PSW, which is the post-study visa. So the problem is you cannot bring your dependents for PSW as well, because for PSW, your dependent has to be in the UK before you are applying for the post-study visa. So if you're in student visa, you cannot bring your dependents obviously from January 2024. And if you cannot have your dependents here before you apply for your PSW, then you cannot bring your dependents after getting your PSW as well. So if you're going to be a student and if you're believing, hoping to get a PSW and stay here for 3 years, so that is 1 year masters and 2 years post-study visa. So for that 3 years, you cannot bring your dependents. So that's the major check for international students. So if you're married, then coming in student visa is not a good option for you from January 2024. For people who are coming in October 2023, once you finish your student visa, obviously your dependents will be here, so you can convert to post-study visa and there won't be any problem. But people who are coming from Jan 2024, you cannot bring your dependents in student visa, in post-study work visa. So that's the major check here. So you have to come in a PhD course, then only you will be able to get this dependent visa for your dependents and you can bring them to UK. If you're not on a PhD course, then you cannot bring your dependents to the UK in student visa. And another important thing is you cannot convert to any other visa without completing your course. So previously, people who usually fail their course, they may sometimes get a skilled worker visa or a tier 5 visa or a carer visa or something like that, and they change to that visa. But from January 2024, whoever is coming to the UK, if you don't complete your course, then you cannot change to any other visa. So that means your student visa will be cancelled or your student visa will be expired and you have to go back to India. So you don't have any other option. So you have to return to India and then you have to come back in any other visa that you want. You cannot change to any other visa within the UK. You can go to another student visa. So you can apply for another student visa for another master's or another PhD or any other course. But you cannot change to carer visa or healthcare visa or any other skilled worker visas or tier 5 visas or any visas. You cannot change to any other visas inside UK without completing your course. So this is going to affect a huge number of people because in the last 2 years, people came here believing that even if they don't get a job, even if they don't pass their exams, they change to carer visa or healthcare visa in the skilled worker category, and then they continue to stay. But this is gonna end from January 2024. So from January 2024, if you don't pass your course, then you cannot, if you don't complete your course, you cannot stay in the you cannot switch to any other visa without completing your course. And other small changes are like they're gonna monitor your bank account when you're applying for your student visa and student dependents, which is already there. They were randomly checking people, but now they're gonna check for every people properly from Jan 2024. If you're gonna apply for student visa, they're gonna obviously check properly your documents and everything. So that's the next one. And PSW is not going to end. PSW is there. So if you're coming as a student in October 2023 or January 2024, then you can apply for your PSW once you complete your course, and you can stay in the UK for the next 2 years or 3 years, depending on whether you're doing a master's or a PhD. So these are the major changes that's going to come from Jan 2024. If you have any other questions or doubts about this, then you can message me on Instagram or leave your questions in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll meet in next video. Until then, goodbye, cheers.